Let's look at some brutal truth about self-esteem and success. If you spend your time with monkeys, your life becomes a circus. That's the truth. If I judged you based on the people you spend most of your time with, what would I think of you? Young man, young woman, what would that say about who you are? Would you want your children to grow up and become like your closest friends? If the answer is no, then why are you keeping such company? Welcome to Mind Elevate. Our channel has one core mission, and that is to help you rise to your higher self. We help you elevate your life with our daily dose of mind-uplifting content and empowering resources. Alright, let's get into today's focus. High achievers like Bill Gates and Elon Musk don't waste time sitting at the bar, cheering at the World Cup, or endlessly watching the Super Bowl. They don't even spend hours glued to the TV. What? Because their lives have purpose. Meanwhile, most people are living quiet lives of desperation, distracting themselves with the social noise. I need you to remember this: eagles fly alone. People often say they can't be without friends. But friends are not always the blessing you think. They can become problems, challenges, or obstacles to your growth. If you cannot spend a single weekend by yourself, something is deeply wrong. True self-esteem means being so grounded that you can enjoy solitude and focus on your mission. High performance requires self-mastery. Imagine living without fear, not of financial failure, not of enemies, not even of death. Fearlessness unlocks a limitless life. Once you stop caring about what others think or say, your potential multiplies beyond measure. Most people will never experience that freedom because they remain chained to the opinions of others. There is never an easy time to make a hard decision. Success requires the ability to act, to pull the trigger when others hesitate. Reading another book or listening to yet another podcast is not action. It is procrastination disguised as productivity. Real progress only comes when you risk failure and take bold steps. We live in strange times. Once, children were taught that sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. Today, words are treated as weapons, and universities even build safe spaces for students overwhelmed by opinions. If your adult child needs a safe room to hide from offensive language, then somewhere as parents you have failed. Nothing is more critical than self-esteem. A man or woman with self-esteem is a better leader, parent, spouse, and citizen. Without it, people crumble. According to a Gallup poll, over 86% of people around the world are unhappy and unfulfilled. Why? Because most live paycheck to paycheck, too timid to take risks, too fragile to face discomfort. Look around, today's men are weaker than their fathers and grandfathers. In 1986, the average man's handshake strength was 118 pounds. By 2016 it had dropped to 96. Testosterone levels and fertility are declining. Men who once sailed oceans and conquered new lands now shrink from confrontation. Society tells them that being bold is toxic, that masculinity is dangerous, that ambition must be toned down. And so they wither. I call this the snowflake test. What would you do if someone spat in your wife's face? Some would respond by analyzing the offender's bad day or offering empathy. Me? I'd be in prison because I would have defended her fiercely. The point is not about violence, it's about courage. Too many men today are afraid to stand up, afraid of offending, afraid of conflict. Most people care desperately about being liked. They crave approval even from strangers online. Entire lives collapse because of a few harsh comments on social media. But here's the truth: if you live to please, you'll never achieve greatness. The world's top performers, Carnegie, Ford, Rockefeller, Jobs, didn't worry about being liked. They were feared, respected, and remembered because they acted boldly. The pursuit of perfection is another trap. Most of the billion-dollar decisions I've made were not perfect, yet they worked because I acted. Many of you are still stuck analyzing, calculating, and waiting for certainty. You delay for months, years, even decades, because you're afraid of being wrong. Meanwhile, opportunities pass you by. John Lennon once said, "Being honest may not get you many friends, but it will always get you the right ones." Choose carefully who you associate with. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. If I judged you solely on the company you keep, would I think highly of you, or poorly? High performers live by different standards. They believe in the extraordinary. Your subconscious will never let you exceed your own highest expectations. If your dream is to earn 1,000,000, you'll never make 10. If your dream is 10, you'll never make 100. If your dream is 100, you'll never become a billionaire. Your vision sets your ceiling. One of my 3 biggest regrets in life are not personal milestones or family moments. Rather, it's that I did not set my goals high enough. That's the truth of high performance. It is not about comfort, it's about stretching yourself beyond what feels reasonable. Being high performance isn't just about money. It's about how you treat your family, your discipline, your accountability, your integrity. It is a way of life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for decades. There are no part-time champions. If you lack self-esteem, self-confidence, or self-worth, you must rebuild them. Yes, your parents may have failed you, but you don't have to remain broken. Surround yourself with people who already embody the life you want. Spend time with those who have achieved what you're striving for, and their mindset will reshape yours. Children don't stumble into greatness. They are programmed for it. Tiger Woods was swinging clubs at 3. The Williams sisters were groomed for victory from childhood. Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Warren Buffett. None of them lived balanced, normal lives. They were consumed with vision. Balance is a myth. Life is about choices, and every choice has consequences. Would you rather miss a birthday celebration or leave your family destitute? Conventional wisdom says you're a bad parent for missing events, but poverty is far worse. The so-called experts who preach work-life balance are usually broke themselves. Do not take advice from those who have not achieved what you desire. Ultimately, the greatest battle is not with the world, it's within yourself. Most people fail because they are terrified of what others might say, think, or whisper. But if you could live free from fear, imagine how much more you could accomplish. The people we admire, Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Warren Buffett, all share one trait: unshakable self-esteem. They believe in themselves even when the world doubts them. And that belief fuels their relentless drive. Eagles fly alone. They soar above the clouds, higher than any flock. High performers know this truth. The path is lonely, but it leads to greatness. If you want to rise above mediocrity, stop clinging to the herd. Build your self-esteem. Raise your standards. Surround yourself with giants. And most of all, take action. Because at the end of the day, your life will not be judged by your excuses, but by your results. Hope this helps your mind to reset so that you can refire and be your best self. Thanks for staying till the end. Kindly like and subscribe if you found value shared here. We're building a tribe of focused, fearless creators who are done waiting and ready to recreate their lives. And I am inviting you to be a part of this community.